Good evening to all. Am I audible? You can just type yes in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. Thank you. Just checking before we start. Yeah.
Sir, shall we wait for 5 more minutes?
No problem, madam.
Okay, sir.
மைக் நான் ஆன் பண்ணிட்டேன்.
Sir, we shall start the program, sir.
Yeah, please, ma'am, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening and a warm welcome to all of you to this national level faculty development program on Smart Money 360, Navigating Investments and Taxation in the Digital Age. We thank all the participants for joining with us for this FDP, which is organized to enhance your knowledge and to provide valuable insights in the areas of taxation and investments. During these 3 days, you will experience enriching sessions from expert speakers, and I am happy to introduce and welcome to you all today's resource person, Mr. Sridhar Ram, Smart Investment Services Bangalore, and who is going to address on the topic financial planning, step-by-step wealth creation. Mr. Sridhar Ram is an AMFI registered mutual fund distributor having an experience of more than 17 years in the areas of financial management, financial markets, wealth management, and investment management. And we are really glad to have you, sir, as a resource person for today's session. I express my deep sense of gratitude to the Honorable President of our institution through APCB Chokalingam, sir, Srimati C. Subbalakshmi, Secretary of the College, and our respected Principal, Dr. K. Subbalakshmi, for their able guidance to organize this FDP. And I also express my thanks to the organizers of this FDP and my colleagues and friends, Dr. S. Chamundeshwari, Dr. Uma Mageshwari, and Dr. Muthulakshmi, Assistant Professors of Commerce, for their dedication and for their hard work to organize this faculty development program. And dear participants, we encourage your active participation by means of your, and you can also post your doubts, clarify your doubts by posting them in the chat box. And it will be clarified by our resource person. And let us all reap the best from these 3 days of national level faculty development program. And thank you all and welcome you all once again. Now over to our resource person, Mr. Sridhar Ram. Sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank you and the faculty members and organizers from the team of A.P.C.Mahalaxmi College, Thuthukudi.
Thank you, sir.
It's a great honor and pleasure to meet all of you. In fact, I could see that more than 100 people are joining right now across India.
Yes, sir.
So with my little experience and knowledge, whatever I have learned over the period of time in the last 15, 20 years, I'm just sharing snippets. Okay. You can raise your doubts and clarify your doubts at any point of time. If you have any feedback, if you feel that I'm going a bit fast or anything, you can just put it in the chat box and let me know, and I'll go accordingly. Okay. So as all of you know, today's session is about financial planning. Before I start, I want this to make it fully interactive with all of you. It's not a monologue, and I want all of you to participate in this as well. Keep a notepad and a pen handy, because a few questions I will ask, and I don't want answers from you. And it is for you to understand the concepts and how much, it is kind of a self-reflection for you. So keep a notepad and pen handy, and when I ask the questions, you can write it down and you can write down the answer. There is no need to share the answers with us. Okay, it is for you to understand the concepts. Okay, with this, I'm starting the presentation. Once again, I thank all of you for participating and giving your valuable time. Okay, so in this session, what are we going to see? Okay, first we will understand what is financial planning. Okay, and then why financial planning, that is, what is the need for financial planning. Then we come to the crucial aspect of risk management, and then the contingency planning. And finally, the most important aspect of the whole module, which is goal-based investing. All of you might be familiar with some of the concepts which I'm discussing, but still, if you have any doubts or clarifications required, you can stop me at any point of time and ask questions. Of course, we'll have a Q&A towards the end of the session. So first and foremost, what is financial planning? Can somebody drop a message? I just want to know what is your understanding of this particular term. Just drop a message in the chat box? I just want to see. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, fine. So, what is your understanding of the term financial planning? I just wanted to get a systematic use and planning of the funds. That's right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Hardik, sir. Okay, it is it is nothing but it is a logical process of managing your money to achieve your financial goals. We all have different financial goals in our life. Planning our investment, that's perfectly right. So as you could see, is managing money. Yes, you are right, Dr. Nageshwari. Uh, all of us have different and distinct financial goals in our life, and it will be different for different people. In the sense, it depends on your life stage and your situation and your monthly income. A lot of factors are determining that. So, how are we going to achieve our financial goals in the present circumstances? Is what is financial planning all about. And this is a brief financial planning process. Basically, we get to know the details of the client, and then establish a clear objectives and goals. And then we analyze the financial situation and put a budget for the whole process. And after that, we develop a financial plan, and then we implement the plan. And the most important aspect of the whole process is the last one, that is monitoring and reviewing the financial plan. It is not just a one-time process. It is an ongoing thing. It's a long-term wealth creation plan, which we actually do it with people to reach their financial goals. So monitoring and reviewing is very, very important. And it's not that you just do it on one day and then leave it and forget. It's not that, because the situation is very dynamic, and we have to keep adapting ourselves to the changing situation, and how are we doing with respect to achieving our goals. I hope all of you are with me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, now why financial planning? Why should we do financial planning? To put it in a nutshell, yeah, thank you. To put it in a nutshell, to achieve our financial goals, if we don't plan, failing to plan is planning to fail. When even if you plan for your goals, there is no guarantee that you will achieve it 100%, but you can reach at least 70 to 80% of what you plan to achieve. But if you don't plan for any of your financial goals, you will be ending up in a complete mess. So that is the reason why we are saying financial planning is very much important for an individual at this stage of life. And these are all some of the aims which we are trying to achieve with financial planning. First, it helps to reduce financial uncertainty, and then it protects you from emergency situation. So emergency situation can arise for any individual at any point of time in our life. So how are we prepared for it? Okay, we are going to see it in detail. Helps you to set financial goals. That's the main aim of the whole process. In fact, once you set your financial goal, then you will come to realize that what are the requirements I have. I mean, as long as you don't put your goals in writing and get this thing going, you don't really realize what are our goals. Okay, and then the most important aspect is it helps you to attain financial independence. That is exactly what we are working for. Okay, and as I told earlier, we move towards our goals through constant course correction and review. Okay, the first aspect of financial planning is actually risk management. Can somebody tell me what is the risk management? What do you understand by the term risk management?
You must know how to manage your risk in business when you are planning for a particular thing.
Okay. So I'm just trying to give an example of understanding risk management. You are given a task of filling a bucket with full of water. What is the first thing you will see? To calculate risks and set financial strategies. That's right, sir. So if I am given a task of fulfilling, a bucket with full of water, the first thing which I would like to do is I want to make sure that there are no leakages in the bucket. Okay, it is it's getting your basics right. So there are three aspects of risk management which we normally do before starting the investment journey. Let's see one by one. Okay, the first one is what we call term plan. Okay, we all know a lot of insurance products and everything, but there is a lack of awareness among the people regarding term plan. It is simple, enough life cover for the earning member and head of the family. If both the member, both husband and wife is earning, the life cover is required for them, and how much is required, that's what we are actually looking at. Certain features of the term plan, as you all know, it's high sum insured, affordable premium, and it protects your family. See, in a situation where due to some unexpected event happening, the head of the family passes away, the family actually misses them physically, emotionally, much bigger. But they should not feel their absence financially. So what we say is, whatever is your income, you have to make sure that you're covered adequately to make sure that even after, even after any incident where the head of the family or the earning member passes away, the family does not suffer financially. So what is the ideal coverage for an individual which we suggest is, say for my monthly income is say 50,000. That means for a year I'm earning 6 lakhs, 12 into 50,000. So the coverage which I require is actually 60 lakhs. Okay, here I want to write this question in your notepad. How much coverage do I have for myself? I mean, you don't have to tell an answer to me. It is just you ask for yourself. I told you the ideal coverage for an individual is your annual income into 10. Okay, you just write it down. Here, the option you have is you have limited premium payment option. Assuming that, see, I'm 40, my age is 40 years. I have the option to pay the premium for the next 10 years and have the coverage of 50 lakhs or 1 crore or whatever I choose till the next 30 years or 40 years, till I attain the age of 70, 75, 80. Okay, and there is an option called whole life coverage. Can I just get a message from all of you? I mean, all of you are with me. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Okay, thank you. So whole life coverage is something where you take a term plan for yourself till the maximum life expectancy, that is 100 years. So ultimately, if you, of course, the premium will be higher, but ultimately what will happen is, I mean, after you pass away, the sum insured will be given to your family. So in a sense, you are actually creating, you are passing on a legacy of, financial stability to your family and the next generation. So this is the first plugging of the hole, which I say, to fill the pot, you need to fix the holes first. So the first thing is you secure the family head by taking a term plan for the earning member, so that in a situation where any untoward incident happens and the family head or the earning member passes away, the family does not suffer financially. So this is the first step for you. I hope all of you are with me. I'm moving to the next aspect, which is health insurance. See, when it comes to insurance, we are actually overlooking certain important aspects. The first is term plan, and the second is health insurance. As all of you know, the cost of medical expenses in India is going up like anything. I mean, if you just happen to, get admitted in a hospital for any illness, say, for any illness for that matter, not a small or big one, 3 days, 5 days, or 7 days hospitalization, your bill will easily come to minimum 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, or 5 lakhs. And if it's a major disease or ailment, in fact, you may even have to sell your assets. Like, it protects your assets and savings is what I have given. Say, if surgery that requires 10 lakhs or 15 lakhs of rupees that happens suddenly to any of the family member, what do? You just sell your asset. In a sense, you pledge your gold, or you sell the gold, or you close your FDs and bank balance. So, and that is something which we don't want. So the second plugging of the hole is actually taking the health insurance for the family. And of course, the tax exemption and other things are the add-on things. But main aim is, in case of any health emergency, you are protected. So the first step is term plan, and the second step we take is taking health insurance for the family. How much you require is basically, I mean, I would say term plan, as I told you, 10 times your annual salary. Health insurance, probably, I would say at least 20 lakhs. Any questions so far? All of you are with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask, or if you want a detailed Q&A, we will have it later. Can I proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, the next thing which we want to do before we start our financial journey is contingency planning. See, the emergency situation in life, we will be taken aback at some point of time, and we don't know how to deal with it. So what we can do is we can plan ourselves for any unforeseen emergencies that can happen in our life. So the first I have told is about the term plan, second about the health insurance, third is the contingency planning. So what are the possible emergencies that could occur which are not in our hands? Unforeseen circumstances. All of you are familiar with all these aspects. I'll tell you one example of this. The first aspect, job loss or layoff. I'll tell you one live example which one of my client had to go through just few months back. He was an IT professional and he was working in a company. He's 30 years old, having a family with one kid. One fine morning, his HR calls him and tells that this happened in December 2024. The HR head calls him and tell him that, okay, fine, you don't have to come to work from 1st Jan 2025. What a bad news for a new year. And he was just having 3 to 4 years of work experience, and he was having a family to support with one kid, wife, and not much of a savings. So what do you do in this kind of a situation? And then next is, there are many people who are into business, and they depend on business income. So for a certain period of time, when the business goes into a loss, you lose your income. So how do you manage your monthly expenses, and how do you take care of your family? And the next, health issues. If you happen to take bed rest for at least 2 to 3 months, you may not go to your office or your work or your business. And at that time, how we are going to take care of our families? And of course, the other thing, global recession and the pandemic situation, which we had some 2-3 years back. So how are we going to get prepared for these contingencies? That is the next, unexpected business loss. So that is the next question we are having, and how we are going to get protected for this is we need to create an emergency fund. So the third question which I'm having for all of you is, how much emergency fund do I have with me? I mean, you just write it down. You don't have to answer as I told you. So how much you need? Minimum 6 to 12 months of expenses is what you need. As I told, in the case where one of my friend had a job loss, he got a job back in the month of April. So he has to support his family for the next 4 or 5 months, and he had a big struggle for that. So this is another aspect which we are normally ignoring. So in the private sector or in the business environment, these kind of things can happen. Or even, as I said, you may fall ill and you may not go to work for 3 months, 4 months or something like that. So you have to get yourself prepared for this. So if I say my monthly expenses comes around to 30,000 rupees or 40,000 rupees, at least I should have 6 months of my monthly expense ready at any point of time. So say 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs, max 12 months. So this is one important aspect which we need ourselves ready before we do any kind of investments or anything. So these three aspects, as I asked you, please write down how much life cover I have and how much health insurance cover I have for my family. How much emergency fund do I have right now? Just write it down. This is for you to understand. Okay, emergency fund, where do I invest? Okay, emergency fund should be built based on your income. And it should have high liquidity, and mostly people will keep it in FDs and bank accounts. You have another option that is called liquid funds, which is a safe option. So if you have emergency fund, that will help you at any point of time in case of an emergency occurs. And then we are coming to the important aspect of goal-based investing. Okay, we are having so many financial goals. How do we achieve that? Okay, the roadmap to reach your financial goals is very simple. First, you write down what is your financial goal, the ultimate aim of your investment. And the second is, when do I need it? The time frame. Say, I need this money after 5 years. I need this money after 7 years. And then quantify your goal. Okay, after 5 years, I require 10 lakhs. Okay, something like that. And the next most important aspect is resource. How do I channelize my resources towards my financial goal? Say, for example, I need 10 lakhs of rupees after 5 years. And for that purpose, how much resource do I have right now? I mean, you could even start with zero. There is nothing wrong in that. Okay. And then whatever resources I have, how do I channelize that resources towards reaching that 10 lakhs figure in the next 5 years? These are all the common goals which normally we have. I mean, each and everyone's goal is different. I mean, so buying a new car, holiday abroad, buying a new house, and the least understood aspect of a human life or in investment planning is retirement and child's education. See, we are all working now, and then we are healthy, and then we are at a younger age, say 35, 40 or 45. But after our retirement from our work or from our business or from our profession or from our private company or anywhere, what is the income which I may have during the retirement, and how do I plan for my retirement? Suddenly that the time runs fast, and you reach a stage where you are at 50, 55, and you almost complete all your commitments, like you are getting your son educated, getting your daughter married and all. But for your retirement, you may not be having that much of resource. So this is something which we as advisors are really worried, and my prime aim for all my clients is to get them aware about the retirement aspect and get them work towards it. Okay, see, with money, you can do three things. You can save, you can spend, and you can invest. So just saving your money won't help you to achieve your financial goals, because the money will be sitting idle in a bank account or in a savings account. That's not going to take you anywhere. So what you have to do is put your money to work. That means you invest. Just understand this way, investing is like seeding a plant, on day one. So you may not get the results of a fruit of that thing immediately, but when it gives really big. So you have to give that time. So understand this as investing as seeding a plant. Okay. So many people come to me and tell that, sir, what you telling everything is right, sir. I have 50,000 rupees salary or 1 lakh or whatever. And every month I do all this expenses, and at last I'm just left with hardly 3,000 rupees or 4,000 rupees. And maybe even I may, borrow something from my friends or anything to run my day-to-day life. In fact, that's a clear fact of life now. So to overcome this, what we suggest is on day one, that is first of every month, assuming that you're getting a salary of 50,000 rupees, you do all the spending and then save. That's not going to work for you. What you do is, out of my 50,000 salary, minimum 15% you start saving. You take 7,500 separately and put it, and then remaining 43,000 is what I'm going to do for the family's day-to-day spending. If you don't do in this way, it is not going to work at all for you, because we always have the temptation to spend more when we go out with family, with friends, to buy things which we may need or we may not need. So this is where your budgeting comes, where you have to clearly define that this is my saving for the month going forward for the next 1 year. I mean, you all take a commitment. Say my salary, say 50,000 or 1 lakh or whatever, minimum 15%. I mean, if it goes upward like 20%, 30%, that's perfectly good. So minimum 15% is what we suggest people to save, and just take it aside and spend the remaining amount so that you utilize the saving amount for your future financial goals. Okay, what's wrong with just saving your money? As I said, if you just save your money, it doesn't grow. And there is another aspect, that is actually inflation eats up your money value. I mean, we all know, 10 years back, probably if you go out and eat, you may spend 100 rupees for a breakfast. Now it is probably 150 rupees or 200 rupees, right? In a span of 5 to 10 years, a simple expense like a food or a breakfast, it costs at least 50% higher or maybe 100% higher. So your money in the bank loses the purchasing power if the interest earned is less than the inflation rate. So we all know what is inflation, and inflation keeps on increasing every year. 10 years back, whatever cost you incurred, that is not going to be the same right now. And we are seeing it here. The impact of inflation on expenses. Okay, so the impact of inflation on expenses. So today, if you are spending 30,000 rupees, after 5 years, you will be spending 40,000 rupees. After 15 years, say, as I told you, if you are now at 40 or 45, after 15 years, you may need 60,000 rupees to run your monthly, family expenses. This is the impact of inflation on expenses. And similarly, if you put 1 lakh rupee on your savings account, after 5 years, the money value decreases to 80,000 rupees. So this is how inflation is impacting your savings and expenses. Are you getting the point of inflation? I mean, how the inflation impact is higher on your savings and expenses?
Sir, could you give an example, sir? It's a minimum figure.
Yeah, no problem. See,
Yes.
as I told you, I'll take a very, very simple example. 10 years back, you just go with friends and have a chai and vada. Okay, 4, 5 people. You go and you just have a tea and vada. Okay, and that would have cost you 100 rupees at that point of time, right? And now, with the same friends, if you go out and have this snack and a tea, that will cost you 200 rupees. What I'm trying to say is expenses keep on increasing.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so how are we going to overcome this inflation? How to beat inflation is our next question here. Okay, so you start from saving, you start serving earlier, and this is a very important aspect here. See, people who are just joining the work, maybe your son or daughter, just ask them to save earlier. That is, the moment they join the work, ask them to start saving. And then move from saving to investing. That is the second thing. As I told you, investing is like seeding a plant. So start the seeding at the very early age. Make the money work for you. And the most important aspect is benefit from the power of compounding. When you do investing, you get the benefit of power of compounding, which we will see very shortly. Draw a comprehensive financial plan. We will see. Okay, there was a feedback which I just wanted to share. So now you have decided that you want to invest for your financial goal. Okay, and you know that your saving is not good enough. You know that now inflation is eating up your savings. then how do I make better returns? So what are the investment options we have for an individual? You can invest in gold. You can invest in stocks. You can invest in bonds, and you buy a property, and maybe insurance is being sold as a saving nowadays, and of course bank deposits. And here mutual fund comes as a investment vehicle which will help you to reach your financial goal. You could see the mutual funds is having gold, stocks, bonds, even property investment is covered in mutual funds now. So you have a wide variety of investment aspects in one product, and that is mutual funds. So, as I told you, when you move from saving to investing, your investment should do all these things. It should fight inflation for you, and it should provide income when you require it, and be accessible and usable in parts and portions. That is, when you require money in between, it should be available. I mean, it should be liquid enough for you to withdraw. And of course, it has to grow in value and appreciate over time. Okay. Now, how do you achieve your how do you achieve your investment objectives? As you see, this is actually a balanced lunch. You have vegetables here, you have protein content, you have rice, you have chapati. So for a better health, you need a balanced diet. For creating wealth, you need asset allocation. Have you heard about the term asset allocation? Can you just type yes or no?
Sir, is it a portfolio management?
Not necessarily. It's to put it in a simple way, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You spread across your investments in different asset classes. As I just, you see, you have gold here, stocks here, bonds here, bank deposits here, everything is here, right? So you put money in every each and every asset class, and you diversify your portfolio. Asset allocation is basically diversifying your portfolio. And why we are diversifying our portfolio is because we want to do we want to reduce the risk of your investments. Okay. So if you put 100% of your money in your bank deposits, that's not going to work. If you're putting 100% of your money in gold, that's not going to work. If you're going to put 100% of your money in equity also, that is also highly riskier, because we all know that markets are, very much having fluctuations. So that's also not advisable. So it's always good to have asset allocation, and we strongly recommend people to follow the asset allocation model. Now I'm just going to share you the asset allocation pattern which you need to follow. If you want, you can just note it down. The ideal asset allocation in equity is 100 minus your age. Say my age is 40, and I can I can allocate 60% of my investment to equity. That means if I'm saving 1,000 rupees, 600 rupees I can save into equities, and the remaining liquid and debt, which is basically a safer investment option. And if I'm 50 years old, maybe my risk-taking ability is a bit less, so I reduce my asset allocation in equities to a lesser level. And when I retire, say at 60 or 65, I become conservative, and I just want to have only 25% of my investment in equities. And this is just a model, and this is not a hard and fast rule. Even at the age of, I have seen people who invest in equities at the age of 60 and 70, and even in 80, because they understand the product and they understand the risk. So this is a broader framework which will help you to navigate the markets, so that you don't have shocks going forward. This is just asset allocation is basically you diversify your assets, investments into different types of assets, say 50% equity, 20% gold, 30% in bonds and fixed deposits, and something like that. Okay, now we come to an important part. How does a mutual fund work? You all know, we as investors pool our money to the fund managers, and fund managers in turn invest in stocks and securities, and they generate returns which will be delivered back to investors. And for this process, the fund managers charges a fund management fee. We come in between here, that is between investors and the fund managers. Okay, so this is the broader framework how mutual funds work. Probably you all might have known about it. This is just a broad framework of how a mutual fund work. Okay, why should you invest in a mutual fund? As I told you, instead of investing in different asset classes like gold, property, bonds, and everything, you just choose a mutual fund which actually does the asset allocation for you. So first and foremost reason is professional management. It is being managed by highly skilled professionals, and transparency. So you get all the information and data. There is nothing to hide here. If you put your investment in a mutual fund, say XYZ, and ultimately, where do they invest? You get all the details. Okay, it is fully transparent. And liquidity. At any point of time, if you require money, you can withdraw. And the most important aspect, it is well regulated by SEBI. SEBI is like RBI. It regulates the capital markets, mutual funds, and all the investment avenues related to capital markets. Convenient. Invest small amounts. You can invest as little as 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, 2000 rupees, 5000 rupees. So there is no hard and fast rule like, you have to come up with a large sum of money to invest in mutual funds. No. Low cost. Essentially, it is not expensive to invest in mutual funds. So these are all the advantages of having a mutual fund, and you invest in a mutual funds. Okay, now we dive deep into mutual funds. See, what are the mutual fund categories we are having, and what are the risks? Can somebody tell me what do you understand by the term risk when you invest? Just share a message. I'm waiting for your replies. Yeah, market risk, that's perfectly fine. Uncertainty of returns, that's right. Investing in wrong shares, yes, that's right. Okay, basically there are three products which are available in mutual funds. First is debt and income funds, which are essentially short-term in nature, in the sense if you want to invest for a period of, say, 1 month to 1 year, where I don't want my capital to erode and I want a slightly better return than my savings account, you can choose debt funds and income funds. And ideally, we say short-term, that means 1 month to 2 years kind of an investment time horizon. And here the risk is low. For short-term products, the risk is low. Risk to get back principal amount, you have a right. And the second category which we are having is hybrid funds, or balanced advantage funds, or multi-asset funds. Essentially, we call it hybrid funds. And these funds have a medium risk. And the ideal time horizon to invest in this product is 2 to 5 years. And the third product is diversified equity funds. It's like your multi-cap, mid-cap, small cap, and all these things. Here you need to wait for at least 5 years plus. Here the returns will be more, and at that same time, the risk will be even more. So you have a basket, you have a product where you can choose between low risk, medium risk, and high risk. And also the product is diversified. So you can choose any of this product based on your requirements. If you have understood the concept of categories and risk, please type yes. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay, the risk return of different types of schemes. As I told you, debt funds are the safest funds. We remember we have suggested to invest in liquid funds for your emergency funding. It is a low risk category. Okay, just balance funds we just seen here. Balance funds, they are slightly riskier than that. And index funds, a bit more riskier. diversified equity funds riskier, sectoral funds are more riskier. So this is just a return risk parameters of different kind of funds, and this is broadly the expectation you can have from different funds. Say if you are investing in short-term or debt funds, you can expect somewhere between 6 to 7%, and the duration ideally will be, as I told you, from 1 month to 1 year. From medium to long-term debt funds, you can invest for a period of 1 to 3 years, and you can expect a return of 7 to 9%. And if you invest for a period of 3 to 5 years, you can choose balanced funds, and you could somewhere get 10 to 12%. And the last category is equity funds, where you can get 12%, 15%, 20, 25. You really don't know, but we just give 12 to 13%. We don't suggest more than that. I mean, that is an expectation which we set to our clients. And this is just an illustration purpose only. There is no it is subject to the market risk, and the returns are not guaranteed. Okay, now that we have decided that MF mutual fund is a good investment option for an individual, and how do I invest in? What are the types of investment options I have in mutual funds? You can invest lump sum. That is, you can invest your money at one go, say 10,000 rupees, 50,000 rupees, 5 lakh rupees, 10 lakh rupees, 1 crore rupees. Straight away I put, and then I wait for a long term, and I wait for the investment to grow. That is lump sum. The second option is a very popular option, SIP. I just want to know how many of you have heard or known or invested in this product. It's a very popular product now. I don't have to tell anything. Of course, I will explain it in detail, but it is much popular now because of the social media and the TV and print media. Everywhere people are talking about SIP. Just type yes if you know what is SIP. Yes. Okay. And there is another product that is called STP, which is nothing but you put a lump sum in a debt fund and do a periodical transfer to a equity fund. So basically, SIP and STP will help you to reduce the risk in the market. Yeah. Now we will see SIP, how it works as a key to wealth creation. So basically, what is systematic investment plan? It is working very similar to your bank recurring deposits. Money goes from your bank to your mutual fund, and you can choose any of these funds and you invest periodically. Okay, what are the benefits of your SIP investments? Rupee cost averaging. We will see it in detail. What is power of compounding and how does it work to your advantage? Flexible investment amount. I mean, you can invest as little as 500 rupees, as 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees. Okay, and convenient investment method. Nowadays, you don't have to even fill up a form or do anything. You can do digital transactions. Discipline savings. As I told you, for you to reach a financial goal, your savings has to be channelized towards your goal. And if you invest a fixed amount every month and over a period of time, it will help you to reach your financial goal. So discipline savings and flexible investment tenure. So you can invest for 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and there is basically no lock-in period. So these are all the benefits of SIP investment. Okay, see, this is rupee cost averaging. This is why we are saying that SIP is the best in any situation. As all of you know, market can either rise or either fall, or it can be volatile, like up and down. Okay, so I'm putting up a scenario that you are investing 10,000 rupees for a period of 6 months, and what will happen in a rising market? Which investment is more suitable for middle class people, either SIP, something else in mutual fund? Sir, for middle class people, SIP is the best investment option, sir. And if you are a beginner, I would suggest you to go for balanced fund, sir. Because I will not suggest you to go for equity straight away. Balanced category funds is what I would suggest for beginners and especially for middle class people. And this is considering the fact that you are a first time investor. If you're an experienced investor, you can actually go ahead and invest in equity funds. I mean, you need to understand the risk associated with it. And also you need to understand the time frame which you have. For example, if you have a longer time frame, probably you can go for equity funds. Okay, fine. So the rupee cost averaging in our rising market, in the first month, you are putting 10,000 rupees in SIP and the net asset value is 10 rupees. You are buying 1,000 units. Say after 2 months, in the third month, the NAV has risen from 10 to 12 and you are buying 833. That is lesser number of units. And in the fifth month, it has risen to 17 rupees. You are buying only 588 units. Basically, you are averaging your buying price if the market goes up or down. In here, in the first month, in the falling market, in the first month, you are buying the SIP at 10 rupees, and in the fourth month, the NAV has fallen from 10 to 7. So you are buying, instead of 1,000 units, you are buying 1,428 units. That is 400 more units you are buying. So what we normally suggest our clients is, when the market is falling, try to do SIP top up. You buy more units when the market goes down. So this is rupee cost averaging. In a volatile market, as you see, it goes from 10 to 10.5 and then 9 and then 11 and 13. In any way, the averaging works better for you in SIP. Similarly, in STP, what happens is you put a lump sum money in a liquid fund, say 2 lakhs rupees, and you do a weekly transfer of 5,000 rupees to a equity fund. In that situation also, your averaging works. Basically, you invest in a staggered manner. So that is the reason why SIP is so popular and SIP is able to generate more returns for you. Okay, this is the formula for compound interest. Okay. And Einstein famously quoted this one: compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. So if you understand the power of compounding, you will let your investment grow. Or that basically what it says is that you have to give enough time for your investments. See what investors ignore: T is the time, R is the return. Okay, so the time you have to give more so that your money compounds more in years to come. We will see the power of compounding in this thing. You can see compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. Okay, this is just an assumption. Okay, your 1 rupee is getting doubled every day. Just assume this. So on day 1 it is 1 rupee, on day 2 it is 2 rupees, on day 6 it is 32 rupees, on day 30 it is like this. But if you stop it after 10 days, you will have only 5 rupees 512. This is the power of compounding. Of course, this is just an illustration. There is no guarantee or anything. For understanding purpose, we are trying to say compounding works well when you wait for a longer period of time. So this is something which I suggest for my investors. See, if you're investing 10,000 rupees every month at the rate of 10%, if you wait for 15 years, you'll get 40 lakhs. At the rate of 13%, if you invest for a period of 15 years, you'll get 52 lakhs, close to 52 lakhs. And if you wait for 20 years, you get 1 crore. So 10,000 every month, you just keep on investing. Just don't look at the market. Just don't look at anything. You know, we are saying that only 12 to 13% is ideally we suggest. So this is how power of compounding and rupee cost averaging works in SIP for your benefit. All of you know that you want to buy a car. What we do, we go to the bank and we get a loan and then we buy a car. Instead of that, what you can do is, after 5 years, if you want to buy a car, you just put an SIP of 13,000 rupees every month from now onwards. And after 5 years, instead of paying EMIs, you will be buying the car with your own investments. Similarly, this is another financial goal. I want to go for a holiday with my family after 5 years. Just invest in SIP. Put 10,000 rupees every month for the next 3 years or 4 years. And after that, you use it for your vacation. Assuming that you have a kid of 3 years now, and after 15 years, you want to send your son or daughter. After 15 years, you want to send your son or daughter to Australia or America or Canada for higher studies. Do you know how much cost you require? The future cost is 60 lakh. I mean, this is just a projection. Okay. To achieve this particular objective, what you have to do is you have to just save 10,000 rupees every month from the moment your child is born, or maybe max within 1 or 2 years. As I say, kids grow up quickly and so do their needs, You don't realize, suddenly you see that your son or daughter is studying 4th standard, 5th standard, 9th standard, and it crosses the age of 15, and then it goes to college education. And your son wants to go for a abroad study for an MBA or a master's degree. So for that, you just start an SIP for 10,000 rupees when your son or daughter is at the age of 3 or 4, and you reach the target. It's very, very simple. It's not a rocket science. It's just the simple power of compounding that works for you. How many of you agree that you can achieve your financial goals with the investment in SIP? Thank you, Abhinay Bharati. Thank you. So, from moving from saving to investing and putting your money to work, and also putting into a product like mutual fund, putting into my product like systematic investment plan, yes, we can if disciplined investment is done. Fully agree with you. So the disciplined investment is what is required for you. So the next one, as I told you, in your goal-based investing is your retirement planning. As I told you, many of you are overlooking our retirement. So how do you plan for your retirement? Create a retirement corpus with SIP, and after that, regular income generation with SWP. What is SWP? It is called systematic withdrawal plan. Just like how systematic investment plan invests money into a mutual fund, SWP is like an interest earned from your fixed deposit. You can consider in that way. So you create a corpus, and after a point of time, say your retirement age at the age of 60 or 62 or 63 or 65, you go for a constant withdrawal from your income, withdrawal from your corpus. So we say SIP plus SWP, you are going to retire free. Have you heard about the product systematic withdrawal plan?
No, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir, please. You can ask any questions, sir, no problem.
No, we don't know anything about.
Okay, systematic withdrawal plan is very simple, sir. You invest in SIP and create a corpus. Say, assuming that over a period of next 10 years, you accumulate a corpus of 1 crore. Okay. And after your retirement, you want to withdraw a fixed amount from that, and also want to make sure that your corpus is intact. I mean, it doesn't fluctuate. Yes, it can be served as a salary even after retirement, 100% right. So you create a corpus of 1 crore, and after at the age of 60, you want to preserve that 1 crore, and from that you generate income every month by using systematic withdrawal plan. And every month you can get a fixed amount into your bank account, and you can use it for your monthly expenses. You can take care of your expenses. We go for only for RD and fixed deposits. No idea on this, sir. No issues, ma'am. If you want more information and more details on this, I'm just trying to throw some light on the aspect of financial planning. And as I told you, the traditional products like bank FDs and post office or LIC is not going to help you to reach your financial goals. Okay. So you can slowly start investing with SIP, and you can slowly start with the liquid funds, and then balance funds, and then start an SIP, and then slowly start the journey. You will get to understand this thing. and you have a long-term plan for yourself, and we are here to always help you. So this is how you plan for your retirement. Just invest in SIP and then go for SWP after you complete your whatever age, 50, 55, 60 or whatever. Okay, so systematic withdrawal plan, basically from a mutual fund scheme, the income is coming to the bank. Okay, it generates regular income. There is a huge tax benefit, reduced impact of market fluctuations. Yes. And here, this is what we say: do SIP today, do SWP tomorrow. It's just a calculation. Or if you invest 20,000 rupees for the next 50 years, you can withdraw close to 60,000 rupees as SWP amount for a period of 25 years. That is, at the age of 60, you start getting 60,000 every month. Okay. Okay. So that summarizes the whole idea of financial planning. And take professional help. We are here to help you always. Why do you need a professional help? Because with you need a backing. We are having experience, and markets can fluctuate at any point of time. So we handhold you in tough times, and we help you to choose the right product. Okay, and portfolio rebalance is required for you at any point of time. Based on market fluctuations, and we give personalized service and attention. Okay, and I just want to just give me 2 more minutes. Just how wealth is created in mutual funds. I'm just going to share you one PDF, okay, which will help you. 1 second. Okay, see, this is Nippon India Growth Fund, which was launched in 1995. Just read this patiently. If you invest 2,000 rupees SIP for a period of course, this data was taken 1 year back. For a period of 28 years, you would have invested close to 6,72,000, and the current value is 4.75 crores. Similarly, 3,000 rupees monthly SIP in the fund would be close to 7 crores. Can you imagine? Can you create this kind of wealth in any other investments? It's absolutely not possible. This is example number 1. Okay, and I'm going to give 5 examples here. Okay, this is Aditya Birla Flexi Cap Fund. A monthly SIP of 10,000 rupees started 26 years ago would be close to 6.26 crores today. I mean, we say that it's just 10,000. No, it is not just 10,000. I mean, 10,000 is just a normal amount. But when it is getting invested over a period of time consistently, just look at the amount of wealth created. And the next fund I'm going to show is, this is Nippon India Small Cap Fund. This is fairly a recent fund. This was launched in 2010. I'm considering a period of 14 years. Had you invested 10,000 rupees SIP in Nippon Small Cap Fund from January 2011 to this year, that is 14 years, you would have invested close to 17 lakhs, and the current value will be close to 1.2 crores. And the CAGR return, the power of compounding, you see, we promise, we don't promise, we only indicate 12 to 13% return, but it is getting generated 24%. And this is HDFC Flexi Cap Fund similarly, and this is DSP Mid Cap Fund, DSP Large and Mid Cap Fund, a 25 years fund. So it has grown to 6 crore at a CAGR of 17.9%. I'm just going to end this presentation by a live. By the way, I'm into this field for the last 17 to 18 years, and I'm from Right Choice Investment Services. I have clients across India, across the world, and I'm handling close to 400 clients, and I'm with assets more than 30 crores I'm managing with for my clients. This is live examples of my clients. See this. My first client started investing from January 2008 at the age of 38. Now he is aged 55. I have just masked his name and address and everything. He has invested close to 1.07 crore. Now 1.70 is his value. The annual return he has generated is 15.19%. In this journey of 17 years, in fact, he started in 2008. After the first year, we had global financial crisis, and we had the Satyam scam, and all these things happened. His portfolio was down more than 20%. And I helped him to create this particular corpus, and now he's ready to retire free. Okay, and this is after lot of withdrawals which he has done for the purpose of building a house, building the first floor of the house, closing the EMI of the house, and buying a land, and lot of things which he has done. And after that, he has created this wealth of 1.70 crores. At this point of time, he is sitting ready to retire at the age of now 55. And the second example is this person started investing only in January 2016 at the age of 52. Okay, now he's 61. Okay, for retirement purpose. Now he is 61. This client is ready for retirement now. He has created a corpus close to 80 lakhs now. Okay, so the minimum amount of investment details is any instructions, pay, say. So there is no, hard and fast rule like you have to invest this much or that much. You can start with as much little as 1,000 rupees, sir. So with this, I'm concluding my presentation, and I'm ready to take up questions from you. Once again, thank you for all your time. Yeah. So it is there in the screen, sir. Femina, madam. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable presentation. And dear participants, do you have any doubts to clarify? You can please
Go ahead and ask your questions. This is the time for you to ask the questions, and you may have a lot of doubts, as many people have
mute
just said.
yourself and you can ask the doubts. Even if you want to know the meaning of certain basic concepts, you can know from our resource person.
Okay, Dr. N. Ananthi is asking, sir, your opinion on NPS. Ma'am, NPS is good, but it is having, I would say, certain issues in the sense that it is having a complete lock-in, and also there is a taxation issue at the time of withdrawal for you, and a certain money is completely locked even after the age of 60. I mean, basically, you'll not be able to withdraw. You can only withdraw the corpus, 60% of that, and after that, you'll be getting only pensions. So I would suggest, there are better products available than NPS.
Any other doubts?
Sir, your opinion on investment in Bitcoins? I'm extremely sorry, sir. I will not suggest, because it is a very, very complicated product, very, very high risk product. Even the experts of experts will fail. So I'm sorry, I'm not for Bitcoins. My suggestion is don't go for Bitcoins.
Participants, do you have any other doubts? We are really happy to see many of them asking doubts.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Sir, if we invest in SIP like this kind of investment, what about the tax rates? It should be pay.
Yes, ma'am. See, the taxation is actually there. In fact, earlier what was happening is, say, around 2018-19, till that time, there was no taxation on investment in equities and SIPs. Now there is taxation. Long-term capital gains are taxed at 12.5%, ma'am. It is definitely there. But I would still suggest go for it. Yeah. Why? Because if you're getting, say, I have given to you this example. If you're able to generate 15% of return in a product and you are able to compound this much, and at the time of withdrawal, even if you pay tax, say that will be you minus 1% or 1.5% from the total corpus, So definitely taxation is definitely there. And taxation is something we also work for our clients to minimize the taxation aspect as well. As I told you, SWP is a much, much better option to, be tax efficient. Sir, what about the trustworthiness of the said investment platforms? Sir, you have asked a very right question, sir. See, there are a lot of online platforms, apps that are coming in, and people are just going behind it just because of the convenience. As I told you, you really need a personalized touch is required, sir. These platforms will come and go. I am not recommending this platform, sir. I would even like to name certain things, Zerodha, Grow, or anything. And there are a lot of issues that has happened, and the customers are not able to resolve their complaints on time. And online platforms, I'm sorry, it will not work to your advantage. Maybe to start, it will work, but for a long-term journey, it may not work, sir.
So participants can unmute your audio and can give your feedback also. We encourage feedback from participant side also.
Please, if you feel anything, related to anything, investments or even my session, or if you feel that it was boring, if you feel that it was quite fast or anything, you're most welcome to give. Sir, your opinion on posted investment schemes for retirement. Sir, that is a very, very conservative product at this point of time. As I told you, I'll tell you one example, sir. So if say you want to travel from place A to place B, okay, you have options to travel by bike, by car, or by flight, or by foot itself. Okay, so traveling in flight is riskier. At the same time, it reaches from one point to another point quite quickly. So these postal investments and all, as I told you, it will at the rate of 6 to 7% interest on your fixed deposit savings or monthly incomes. As I told you, the inflation itself is coming to close to 6 to 7%. Ultimately, you lose the money value. So whatever investment you make, I would suggest that it should generate at least double-digit returns, minimum 10 to 12% returns. If that is not going to be the case, I would suggest not to go for that, sir. Thank you, Angelo. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Please ask questions. I am ready to answer.
So there is one more question, sir.
Please.
Regarding buying equity shares from Mrs. Abhinaya Bharati.
Yeah, please. Thank you, Dr. Ananthi. Yeah. So please go ahead, ma'am.
So there is one more question in the chat box, sir, from Mrs. Abhinaya Bharati.
Okay. Can
What
you just
about
read it?
buying equity shares? Just like this, though I study a lot about it, I couldn't rely on any company. How to choose?
Yes, this is actually the pitfall which anyone faces, ma'am. See, the thing is, I mean, let me be very, very honest. See, I'm an investor for the last 21 years. From 2003, I'm in the markets. I have started the business only from 2008. The trustworthiness of the management and the company is always under question, and you really do not know when the next Satyam will come, or when the next, I mean, the company will go burst, and these things are happening every now and then. That is the exact reason why we as retail investors will not be having enough information and research and idea and understanding of a particular company as to how do I invest or how to put my money. That is the exact reason why we are putting our money to the mutual funds and fund managers, because they are experts and they are diversifying the portfolio completely. I'll tell you one example. Assuming that you're having 1 lakh money right now and you're putting it in an IPO, or you're buying shares from the market, whatever, you know the risk anyway, that's perfectly fine. But when it goes burst, your 1 lakh money goes just like that. Whereas if you put it in mutual funds, that 1 lakh is getting invested in at least 50 companies. It gets diversified. I mean, so the risk is getting diversified in mutual funds, so that the loss of the capital is actually the possibility of the loss of capital is a bit less. So when you invest for yourself in direct equity, you have to do a lot of research, and you have to monitor the company's performance, balance sheets, dividends, everything. I mean, kindly share the PDF of the session in the group. Yeah, sure, I'll do. I'll send it. So you need to, that is the exact reason why we are saying understanding risk and minimizing the risk is the most challenging aspect for any investor, or for that matter, any advisor. So if you have 1 lakh rupees, you could say that probably you could try at least 5 to 10,000 rupees. I'll put it in direct shares. I mean, this I'm just trying to say. Okay. So that's the reason why we are saying do asset allocation. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. So which is the best method for investments in gold saving schemes, gold bonds, or gold ETFs? Definitely gold ETFs and even gold funds, ma'am. Dr. Ananthi. Because see, if you're investing in gold for just for the investment purpose, gold ETF if you have demat, gold funds if you don't have demat. Okay, simple.
I have two more questions in the chat
Please.
box.
Please.
One is about your opinion regarding investment in government securities.
Okay, government securities, yes, ma'am. Definitely we can invest. See, as I told, that the low risk part of the mutual funds, we essentially invest in the government securities only. Okay, the debt and income funds. So you can definitely give a allocation towards that. There is no harm in that. Okay, so that gives you a fixed return, and there is a safety aspect of it. So government securities, definitely yes. And that too, once again, asset allocation plays a crucial role. Don't put 100% in government securities. I keep on saying, don't put 100% in any of the assets. No, for that matter, even in equities. So I would suggest to follow the asset allocation model, because I'm saying this asset allocation for the last 5 years to all my clients, because people don't realize it unless the market comes down. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, there's a from Dr. Jayamary. She's saying there is no much advantages on investment according to new tax regime. So she's asking your opinion regarding that.
Okay, ma'am, as far as the new tax regime is concerned, the tax saving aspect is not that encouraging. I fully agree with you. Dr. S. Mailamal, thank you. What is your opinion about investment platform for non-government employees? It should be a reliable one. I'll come to that. Before that, this tax saving is no longer an attractive option, because slowly we are migrating from old regime to the new regime. That is what the government is planning. So tax saving investment, tax saving aspect, I would say it is not encouraging. You can go for other options as well. There are, like rather than the tax saving options, there are other options which you have. You can very well go ahead.
So there is another one question, sir.
Yes, please.
Dr. S. Sundaramurthy, he is asking your opinion about investment in RBI Retail Direct.
RBI?
Retail Direct. Something regarding that. It is in the chat box.
Okay, I'm trying to look into the chat box. Let me see. Fine. Wait. I'm just trying to maximize it.
It is from Dr. Sundaramurthy.
According to new regime, okay, sir, which is the best method for investment gold savings? I have answered. What is your opinion about investment in government securities?
Below that, sir.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting the exact
Okay, sir.
question here.
Okay, sir.
Ma'am, you can share my contact details to all the people so that if they have anything going forward, also they can connect with me.
So your profile is already shared in the WhatsApp group, sir.
No problem. Okay, fine.
We have
So
already
probably
shared your profile in the WhatsApp group.
Okay. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So participants, sir's profile is already shared in the WhatsApp group. You can
Whether
contact.
it gives better return, ma'am, which one you are referring to, ma'am, Shankara Gomati, ma'am? Kindly explain the concept of NFO and MF. Yeah, okay. Whether it will get okay. See, madam, the concept of NFO is, I'll tell you, every fund starts with an face value of NAV rupees 10 and they launch. I'm not a big fan of NFO. Let me be very, very honest. On a personal front, as well as for my clients, unless that particular fund adds value to their portfolio in terms of asset allocation, diversification, or the scope for growth or anything, I would always say that the NFOs, I would let them to come in the market and then run for a few months, and then I will see that fund rather than at the beginning. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Fine. That's so nice.
So shall we end up the program?
We will wait for a couple of more minutes. If we have any questions, we will take it up.
Sure,
Otherwise,
sir,
we will see.
Sure,
Yeah.
sir.
Dr. R. Agalya, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Sir, kindly tell only one best investment platform for non-government employees should be a reliable one. Ma'am, as I told before, the platform-based investments is actually dealing with some, I would say, an unknown phase or a remote one. It's a virtual thing. So, as I told you, I'm not a big fan of that. I don't recommend that normally. Okay, always go with an experienced person who is in the markets, who understands your requirements, who understands your profile better. Yeah, thank you. Karpagam P, thank you. Thank you. Peter Jabakumar, thank you, sir. Rohit Pawar, thank you, sir. Dr. Parvati, thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, ma'am, if you don't have any more questions, we can definitely close the call. Thank you.
Okay, sir, sure, sir. I thank all the participants for making the session very interactive and engaged for this for more than 1 hour. And I now invite Dr. A.P.C.Mahalaxmi, Assistant Professor of Commerce of our department, to propose out of thanks for today's session. So over to Dr. A.P.C.Mahalaxmi. Ma'am, please.
Thank you. It's a formal vote of thanks. I thank our guests on behalf of the Department of Commerce. We thank our Honorable President, sir, and beloved Secretary, ma'am, and our respected Principal, ma'am, for granting permission to organize this 3-day faculty development program. We are grateful to thank our resource person, Mr. Sridharam, sir, for sharing her valuable views about investment planning, like contingent planning, and we all came to know about how to work in mutual fund investment, and also we have to plan about the buying of cars and planning for the vacation and all such things with about the risk. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable presentation. Thank you, sir, and I thank all the participants for their patient listening. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. I mean, it has been a very, very wonderful session. Just a couple of minutes. I want to thank all of you once again for the overwhelming response and the kind of participation and the kind of questions you have asked. I'm always available for you for any of your future requirements or future doubts.
Thank you, sir.
More
Thank
than
you so
that,
much.
I'll be very happy to welcome all of you as my clients and get your financial journey started. And I could see more than 100, 130 people joined, and everybody has interacted.
Only 150 participants were there, sir.
Yes, I could see that. I could see that. And I'm very thankful for all of you, especially Samandeshwari ma'am, for initiating this process, and also you and all the other management people of
Thank you, sir.
the
Thank you
college.
so much.
Thank you. And I'm happy to see all of you, and look forward to see you once again. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
And dear participants, let us please join tomorrow's session at the same time. Let us at sharply at 5:15. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
One more
sir.
announcement for everyone. Please kindly fill the feedback form which is in the chat box. Those are not filled, please fill it quickly. The same link for 3 days also. Kindly note it. Thank you.
Ma'am, kindly send the link, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Dr.
Actually,
Mahalaxmi,
yesterday I have mailed to everyone, ma'am.
no,
If
no.
not received means you can.
No, you said it is in the chat box, but it is not
Dr.
in the chat box.
Mahalaxmi, ma'am is asking about feedback link. So
Feedback
Yes,
link.
it is in the chat box. I will send again also.
You can post the link once again, Dr.
Okay,
Mahalaxmi.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'm leaving. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.